What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. Lucid recently announced a launch event, so I do want to talk about what that potentially might look like and what that will mean for us as investors. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So as you can see, Let's Go Lucid did post this. So November the 15th at 10 a.m., Lucid is going to be having a launch event. And looking on Lucid's website, they do have a fun old countdown. So 11 days, 20 hours, 53 seconds, and 5 seconds. So at the end of the day, what potentially could this be? I personally feel one good indication is looking at their Q2 earnings. And they did refer to this, and I've brought this up several different times, is Lucid's biggest attribute, at least in the short term, and it is the gravity. So in the Q2 earnings, they already did say that there's going to be a overwhelming amount of demand for the gravity, which I think we already generally know, but they do talk on how they've been really trying to work on how they're going to be having the reservations kind of roll out potentially, especially like I said, with a huge overwhelming amount of actual demand. You have to do this right and you have to capitalize on this. So I think this is a very big deal, and looking at the gravity obviously is going to be selling itself. More so looking at the 2021 estimates from Lucid, it does project Lucid having the deliveries for gravity in 2023. We already know it did get pushed back to 2024, but that's not necessarily what I want to get across. I want to talk about the huge growth. So 12,000, 49,000, 86, and 134,000 vehicles is estimated. So that is a huge growth aspect, far greater than the Air. So you can even see the Air, it is 41, 42, and 42,000. So by 2026, they're estimating to be 42,000. Seems to be very capped around that, but the gravity, as you can see, it goes up dramatically. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. If this is the gravity that is part of this launch event, then do anticipate the price of Lucid to go up very, very fast. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But like I said, when it comes down to Lucid, there is a hell of a lot of good reasons and catalysts coming in the short term, even more so looking at the institutions purchasing. So as you can see, this is the dark pool transactions. There's been a lot of big money buying both on the secondary market and the dark pool. So these are all the transactions for Lucid today. So pretty significant, but definitely shows a little bit more hesitation in some regard. But one thing I just wanted to show you, because I've been seeing this a little bit more on StockTwits, not so much on Twitter, but there's a lot of bashers. And again, it's okay to bash some stocks if there's some valid reasons and so forth, but 𝗖𝗧 did post this, and I just want to put this in perspective on what I mean by this. So I'm just going to zoom back out. So hopefully you guys can see this. This is basically the compensation packages for bashers, and this was very surprising. So there's different tiers, tier 1, 2, and 3, daily rate of $15, $17, or $19. There is bonuses attributed to that, so they get paid every new post. For instance, as you can see, 27 cents a post reply. So this is why when you do see bashers, whether they be on even my videos or whatever it might be, if you are engaging with them, you are basically giving the bashers more money. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. This definitely caught me off guard and was very surprising. I knew they did get paid. I never saw anything as far as the compensation package before. And so outside of that, let me know your thoughts on the gravity, and if this is one vehicle that you would be very interested in having a reservation for. Like I've already said, the gravity is the type of vehicle that would appeal to me given my lifestyle and the circumstances around that. So the gravity is, like I said, going to have a massive demand because it appeals to a lot of families and things like that. Because like I've said in the past, the Air is very beautiful, has a lot of good technology, performance, and so forth. But in a lot of cases that have young kids, multiple kids for instance, it's not that practical. This is why the gravity is going to be a very big deal going forward. So again, you can also tell that based on the huge demand that is estimated by Lucid, and even what they said in their Q2 earnings, they clearly still do feel that there is going to be a very big demand. And also on a side note as well, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be heading over to Vancouver on the 12th to test drive a Lucid. So that's going to be a pretty fun experience. Let me know in the comments below if you've gone on a test drive and what your thoughts are on that. I'm going to be, of course, filming that. I already got their rubber stamp of approval, so that's always a very good sign. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Even more so looking on the technicals today, things looked very good. So up 2.25% after hours, continuing the nice rally. And as I always say, you can always rely on the technicals, plain and simple. So we did bounce off of that central Bollinger Band, still staying up in the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band. Stochastic, we do still have that deviation, so red line above the black showing a little bit more of a bear sentiment is at least wanting to form. Momentum, number of retail investors were just plainly up. So that's always a very positive sign. So I think there's going to be a lot of big things coming for Lucid, whether it just be coming from their Q3 earnings or this possible new launch. So let me know your thoughts. Also, I guess I assumed it was also the Gravity. For those of you that feel it might not be the Gravity and it might be some other unveiling, that could be a very real possibility. So I guess I never asked that. So let me know your thoughts if you feel it's going to be another vehicle, or if you believe in myself that it is going to be the Gravity. But regardless, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.